Bulls Nation, before we get started on the video, there's going to be a massive change on this channel, the massive change on the Bulls show, and it's one that I know so many people have been asking for, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost at a rate where, simply put, I can always see it. It never goes away. It's always something that's always going to be there. And finally, I have stood up, I've delivered, and of course, Christmas gives me the advantage of doing that. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's do it. What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Chicago Bulls news and discussions video as we look at some of the recent events that have been happening around the Chicago Bulls that begin to ask questions on certain situations around the Chicago Bulls on Christmas Day. Ladies and gentlemen, for everybody that is having a nice Christmas or doesn't even celebrate but enjoying the holidays, happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all. And let's get started and talk about some Chicago Bulls news and updates. But before we get started on that, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls situation. It's finally happened, ladies and gentlemen. So many conversations about why I wear the same hat all the time and how I don't have a Chicago Bulls hat. We'll get a little bit more into that at the end of the video, but the change has come. I have upgraded. I've moved up to the next level, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm very happy because of that. I'm not sure the exact fit of the hat. I think it fits fairly nicely, but again, more people that are more, I guess, know more about hats will probably let me know more about it in the comments below. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video. Obviously, the biggest news for the Chicago Bulls this time around is that the head coach, Billy Donovan, has entered health and safety protocols. He's obviously tested positive for the virus, which is very unfortunate considering we really thought that this outbreak was done and over and done with. We thought that our players would never get it again, or like our players would be kind of have a herd immunity to the virus in many ways, as well as the fact that Billy Donovan was our head coach. He wasn't a player. So it's a bit of an interesting situation with him. And it just goes to show that even if the outbreak is technically over with, even though most of our, if not all of our team is back from health and safety protocols, it still goes to show that there is going to be a situation where maybe here and there you will see players still out, which is very unfortunate. And obviously our coach, Billy Donovan, is a big part of our team. Now, when it comes to coaching staffs, it's a bit different to players, because players, you miss training, players, you actually don't play the games, and I think players obviously make a big difference in terms of how you play. With Billy Donovan, I hope that this whole period of him being here, him being the head coach of the team, allows us in many ways to kind of have, I guess, a system in place, so even when he's not here, we can still have a very similar style of play. Of course, he does have assistant coaches and he has development coaches. He has the entire coaching staff behind him, helping him with every single step of this progression of the team. So with Billy Donovan being out, of course, that's our main guy, that's our main coach, and that obviously sucks. But hopefully the people behind him have been learning from him, have been taking notes from him, and have been put in a position where they could kind of take his lead when he's out. I feel like the Bulls have a great coaching staff, and it speaks with the head coach, Billy Donovan, being coach of the month for October, which, again, is a fantastic sight. And I can truly trust in his coaching staff to really carry us while Billy Donovan is out. I wouldn't be too surprised if we end up seeing him in terms of, I guess, you know, like FaceTimes and maybe Zoom calls and stuff like that. I'm sure he's still going to be very involved in the team, but he won't be coaching the team. He won't be there in timeouts giving advice to the team. He won't be there in terms of, I guess, training sessions and coaching the team. He'll probably have some film sessions he could probably do via Zoom, and also I think he'll still be very involved with the team. He has a great relationship with these players, and he's a players first, I guess, coach. So he's still going to have those relationships there, and he's still going to be talking with the players, but obviously he won't be there to coach the games. And that goes down to the assistant coach, Chris Fleming. He will take over as the interim head coach for the Chicago Bulls while Billy Donovan is in health and safety protocols. The man comes first as always, and it is a little bit more concerning considering Billy Donovan isn't a player. Billy Donovan is the head coach. He might not be in the peak physical condition that these players are, which means he may suffer with a little bit more symptoms. So hopefully that's not the case, and we get to see Billy Donovan back as soon as possible, and he can come back and just become the head coach that we all know him to be. He's a great head coach. He does have some missteps here and there, but overall, I think he's done a fantastic job, and I can't wait to see him back as well. But I do trust in this coaching staff behind him to pick up the pace and also to carry that momentum while he's out. I hope there's not too many differences made in the way that we play. I hope we don't change everything just because Billy Donovan is out, and I truly don't think that's going to be the case. We also saw that, again, most of our players are out of health and safety protocols now, ladies and gentlemen, and Zach Lavine was one of those players that is not in health and safety protocols anymore. And the best thing about this story is that Zach Lavine actually bought gifts for every single one of his players while he was gone. I guess as an appreciation of how they were able to play in the last 2 games and win without him there, which is great to see. Obviously, things like this, star players take a lot of responsibility in that area. We've seen DeMar DeRozan do it, and Zach Lavine's doing it now. That's obviously a great sign. It brings the team unity together, the chemistry together, and it makes everybody feel involved in the process of playing for the Chicago Bulls. Whether you have a great rotational part of the team or whether you're working hard trying to earn an opportunity, you're the Chicago Bulls. You're part of this team. And I really like when things like this happens around the league, when players are out there buying gifts for everybody, when they're forming team dinners, having team events and things like that to get the chemistry together. It's one of the most easiest ways to build chemistry in any working environment in the world, and it's no different in terms of the NBA and the Chicago Bulls specifically. Having team events, getting gifts for each other, being able to support each other in more ways than one is fantastic. And of course, as someone that is learning the business side of things, something as simple as that brings the chemistry together, not just for the players, but for the organization above them as well, the management team, the coaches, and everybody of that nature. So it's a really good gesture for Zach Lavine, and I did want to mention it in this video as a discussion. What do you think that this gift means? Is it because of the winnings that they were able to do without Zach Lavine? Is this a sign that he's fully invested in the team and he's grateful that we've won? Is this a sign that he could potentially be here long term and he wants to show it? I don't know, and I don't have all the answers in that area, but it's a really interesting and very nice gesture from Zach Lavine, and I did want to mention it in this video. And the last thing I want to mention, ladies and gentlemen, because it is a relatively slow time for the Bulls. We don't have our game. We don't have a game until a couple days here from now. So it's been a pretty quiet week outside of the 2 wins for the Chicago Bulls, and we have a very busy week ahead. But I did see a couple of photos of Patrick Williams taking up jump shots for the Chicago Bulls. I'm assuming this is before the games and after the games. And obviously this is not a surprising thing because I believe it's his non-shooting hand that was actually hurt. So he's able to take jump shots. But this does bring the question, because we haven't talked about Patrick Williams in a while. This does bring the question that I want to ask for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think Patrick Williams will return this upcoming season, or do you think he will sit out until the playoffs or until next season? Because there are certain players in this league where even at some points you can't question it at the end of the day. You don't know why, but some players really heal fast compared to other players around the league. Some players will take a couple of months, take a year off in terms of injuries. It's always nagging them, it's bothering them. They don't heal up as quickly as others. And then you see some players that just heal up so fast that it's almost impossible to believe. And I think Russell Westbrook's one of the best examples of this. When he gets injured, he seems to be a player that heals up so fast in terms of his recovery process. He always comes back early. And we've seen from Patrick Williams' previous injury, he did come back early. So maybe this is an indication that we could see that Patrick Williams' body heals faster than others. And therefore, he could potentially return in this upcoming season and potentially by the playoff time. It's still a very far way away. Obviously, he's not coming back anytime soon. So it's a conversation that we could definitely have down the line when we see and have more news about Patrick Williams. But again, he seems to be doing work even when he's kind of out with an injury. He's still not stopping the work, and he's a very hard worker. I think we can all attest to that. We've all seen that in the course of the seasons of last year in his rookie season, where he had pretty much the whole season he played except for one game, and this season as well, where he will miss the majority of it, but he's still working very hard, still taking jump shots, still trying to get into that rhythm, and maybe potentially be ready by the end of the season. It's really something to look forward to. And again, we haven't talked about Patrick Williams in a while, so I figured it's the perfect kind of video. Again, we're all cheerful, we're all joyful, we're all hoping and expecting things to happen. Many people will probably like the idea of thinking about Patrick Williams returning early, so that's why I brought that to your guys' attention now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the video and the hat, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this was a gift, as you could probably tell by the time that I got it. I'm very thankful, so thank you to my family for that gift. And just so you know, I've always had Chicago Bulls hats, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't choose to wear them, and this one specifically, because I don't actually like the way this hat fits on me. I think it looks rather, I don't know. I don't really know what to say, but I don't really like it a lot. And of course, from the camera angle, you can't really see the logo. You can't see much about it, which is why I just wore the generic black hat, because at the end of the day, I don't know why I even wore hats in the first place on this channel, but it's something I just don't seem to want to get away from now. But yeah, I've always had Bulls hats. It's always been funny when people do mention it. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I've shown you now that I have 2 Bulls hats. I had this one for years, and I just got this one for Christmas. So again, if you do like this hat, maybe you'll see it around a bit more. I don't personally like this hat, so I might not wear it as much. But if you guys really enjoy it, then I will wear it in future videos as well. But nevertheless, I have leveled up, ladies and gentlemen. I've taken the next step, the next journey in the YouTube career. And now every time you see a video, you will know I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, because I'll be wearing the Chicago Bulls hat. Of course, this is also a Chicago Bulls jersey, I should say t-shirt. Probably can't see it, but it is a Chicago Bulls t-shirt. So yeah, I'm all bullsed out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to go for the remainder of the season. I will have some Bulls clothes to wear in these videos. Not every video, but you might see them here and there. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.